Do newcomers need to cater to a niche audience to survive in the smartphone world today? Razer is a gaming company that has dipped its toes in other categories like wearables, but now it has introduced its first smartphone, the Razer Phone. It's being promoted to a relatively niche audience, mobile gamers and Android enthusiasts, but it manages to look like a normal smartphone. Remember the Nextbit Robin? It was an unusual phone that utilized cloud storage in a very mobile-friendly way. Razer acquired Nextbit earlier this year, which is why the Razer Phone shares a similar design. We think you'll either love or hate the chunky, blocky style, with its sharp lines, squared-off shoulders, and minimal fuss. It's made from anodized metal with a soft texture to it, and feels so substantial and well put together, we almost expect the floor to crack in the event of a fall. Subtle it's not, but the design has grown on us. It's a big phone that shuns the 18:9 aspect ratio and bezel-less trend for large stereo speakers above and below the 5.7-inch, 2560 x 1440 pixel screen. The matte black finish amps up the Razer Phone's monolithic look, the antenna bands blend into the body, and the power key doubles as the fingerprint sensor, Sony Xperia style. There are two volume buttons on the left edge, and they're circular in shape. A massive Razer logo dominates the rear, but that's all in terms of branding. The limited edition version of the Razer Phone adds a splash of green to the logo on the rear. Minimalist and fuss-free it may be, but it's not pretty. Put it next to almost any other 2017 flagship phone, and it looks not only giant, but also very 2016 due to the chunky edges around the screen. The body is slippery, with nothing to grip at all, and due to its sheer size, just holding onto it is a challenging juggling act. The fingerprint sensor is frustrating, because it blends into the body without any texture or way to quickly identify it without feeling around. It unlocks the phone really quickly though, and offers a nice vibration when it recognizes your print. After a week of use, you do begin to learn the sensor's position. One thing is for sure, no one will mistake the Razer Phone for any other. In these days of derivative design, that's a big bonus. The LCD 5.7-inch screen size and resolution aren't what make the Razer Phone's screen special. Rather, it's the first phone with a screen that offers a 120 Hz refresh rate. This means it's able to show you more frames on the screen per second. It's especially helpful when gaming, as it makes playing games smoother and more visually impressive. In reality, the differences in day-to-day use between 60 Hz the standard in smartphones and 120 Hz is like spotting the differences between 1080p and 1440p. They're there, but only visible in some situations to the eagle-eyed. You can choose your preference of refresh rate, between 60, 90, or 120 Hz, in the Razer Phone settings, and scrolling through your Twitter feed in 60 Hz and 120 Hz reveals only a small change in smoother scrolling. It's the same when scrolling around the Android operating system. You've got to want to see differences to spot them, and we couldn't find many differences between the experience on it and a Google Pixel 2. Compare the Razer Phone's LCD screen to the Google Pixel 2 or Samsung Galaxy S8's AMOLED panel, and you instantly notice colors don't pop in quite the same way, and black shades aren't as deep. It's also not very bright, especially outside. Razer told Digital Trends only an LCD screen could reproduce the 120 Hz refresh rate, hence its use. We're happy with the trade-off, and when used on its own without another phone for comparison, the Razer Phone's screen looks good, and you won't be disappointed with its performance for video, viewing pictures, or everyday tasks.